What's up, everybody? We're back. We're still working on the Escalade. Guess until we got the front bumper grill put back on. That's all good. Today, I've been working on buffing this thing out. So I thought I'd give you guys a little, it's not really product placement, but I got some chemicals down there I want to try out, and the running boards. We'll do a little follow along, but get the black paint looking pretty good. And again, you guys can't tell. You have no before, you have no after. I'm not a detailer professionally per se. I'm not in here trying to make these videos where I show you all this fancy stuff and these techniques, but I do want to shout out a few products. And this is a pretty rough truck. I mean, it came from a salvage yard in Texas. You know, give you a quick shot around the other side. This is still the before side, I guess, so. Well, shit, everything looks good in the dark on a camera, but believe me, it's nowhere near as nice. So, I was historically a lifelong chemical guys user. You know, they kind of sucked me in, watched all the YouTube videos, watched all that they were doing there, and I mean, for an average detailer, average guy, it's not bad, right? It'll work good. I used to have a chemical guy store over here in Sterling Heights in Michigan, Metro Detroit by us. They got bought out, and now the company that came in there is 3D, and they carry a couple other brands too, but it's 3D Detroit. So, starting with the last car, and I'll be honest, you know, the Jag, we were doing it, I used a wool pad on a lot of it, and, you know, got that looking pretty good. And I'd ordered this from Amazon before I knew about them. It's this 3D, it's ACA 500. It's a really deep cutting compound, really made for a wool pad. That's where I did the first step along the entire Escalade on. Did a really nice job. But then, you know, went to the store, started talking to the guys over there. Needed something else, you know, was used to using different product, but went for the 3D 1. Cutting compound, finishing polish. I think they're a really good 1-2 combination. You know, they really brought this black paint back to life, and you can get in there. There's still very minor scratches on it. Again, I didn't wet sand it. I didn't take it down to nothing. I just did a 2-step, you know, I don't even want to call it a paint correction. Just 2-step polish, 2-step compound polish. I've been working on this thing for a few weeks now. Majority of my time has been spent cleaning it. Again, it was a Texas truck. It sat in a salvage yard for a few months. It was pretty nasty. Inside we got done. You know, I'm doing the outside now. Still got to do the glass, and I'm the worst one for this. I'm not going in any kind of order. I'm just doing it as I kind of can, I see what needs to be done on here. But the next thing was, I was opening the door to pull this out into the light, and I realized just how bad these running boards are. You guys can kind of see here, but I mean, they're gnarly. And I've washed them, I've power washed them, I've done everything I could to get them clean. And they still do not look good. So today I said, screw it. I'm gonna do a little video, showcase a couple 3D products. I don't know if they're gonna work or not. I'm assuming they will. I've used the trim care a little bit, but probably should be using an all-purpose cleaner. Honestly, I'm out of it. So I do have 3D Orange Degreaser, so you can use it inside, outside, anywhere. And we have the 3D Pro Series trim care. So yeah, you guys can follow along. And again, if you're watching these, you can kind of tell I do things in real time. I don't spend a lot of money on editing yet. Still just trying to grow the channel. But I try to do things the way a normal at-home person would. So, let's get down here. Get a little 3D degreaser. Gotta have the obligatory masking tape though, right? You guys can see before or after when we're all done. Myself, I like watching that. Terrible at filming this kind of shit, but great at watching it later. The neighbor children having a little fun out there. Old school, little brush here. Let's see what we get going. And again, real time, because I'm not good enough yet and slightly lazy to edit some of this stuff. So hopefully at least a group of you will find that good. You know, while you're doing this stuff too, like, follow, you know. I always have a buddy who says, yeah, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, so go ahead and do that. And if you're from 3D Detroit, I'm using your stuff. They didn't pay me for any of this, I had to pay them. Maybe one day. This is really bad. Yeah, this part of the running board just gets all the dirt from that wheel there. Again, Texas, you get a lot of that dust, that grime. You know, the one thing, and this truck's I sell everything when I'm done with it, right? I drive it for a little while, I sell it. Got a few more things to do on this to tidy it up, but it's gonna be for sale. If you're looking for an Escalade, I'm doing it right. You know, I've got the right parts on here, I'm cleaning it. It's gonna go through my, my local repair shop and have them give it a once over, make sure it's good. But the one thing this truck doesn't have, it's very important if you're in the Midwest, specifically Michigan, there's no rust, you know. You see these in Michigan, see them up here, they're rotted out. You know, nobody takes care of them. They're 11 years old now, but the quarter panels just rust out. The fenders, rather, the quarter panels rust out. Under the doors, the rockers. This doesn't have any of that, you know. It's gonna have a rebuilt title, but honestly, at an 11-year-old car, at a certain point, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have it at a really, I think, affordable price range. I'm probably gonna lose some money on it. Don't tell my wife. But you're gonna be buying one that's no rust, from the South, put back together right. It's got every option. It's a platinum, you know, top of the line from back then. So we've let this work on here for a few minutes. Let's wipe it off. Again, you can still send me. I was a Chemical Guys user. They're on there. These are probably just Amazon basics. Yeah, getting a lot of that grime off there now. Well, looks pretty good so far. Let it dry up for a minute. Can I see the paint here? Looks pretty good. This I'm going to have to work on forever. I don't know if you can still see it in the video or not, but around all the chrome trim around the Escalade, again, I don't know if he just didn't wash it or if it just gets so hard down there, but there is just dust and dirt that is caked in. And it is a bitch to get out. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not gonna censor it. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, around this trim here, I mean, I got Q-tips, I got detailer brushes. It's fucking hard. Still got some dirt back here. But again, I think it's probably as clean as we're gonna get that. So let's try this out. Trim Restore Protectant 3D Pro Series Trim Care. Yeah, I got a little applicator pad here. What I've usually found too is if you miss some of the dirt, you know, these kind of trim care products, they'll usually help you get the rest of it off. Or at least they'll cover it up pretty good so you can't tell one or the other. A little pressure on that. Now me, especially a running board, I don't like greasy. It's dangerous, first of all, and honestly, I just don't like the look of it. So we're gonna rub all that in there. this stuff cut down now. Wipe that off real good. Level it out. Level it out up there. Again, this is real time, everybody. You're watching it happen. If you fast forward to now, that's fine too. I don't know, it looks pretty good on camera back here now. You guys ready for the masking tape reveal? Yeah, well, that's a problem because now I gotta do the whole fucking thing. I'm just kidding. I was gonna do it anyway. But it looks pretty good. And 3D Orange Degreaser, 3D trim care. I was lazy at first. First time I started buying 3D stuff, you can buy it on Amazon, but if you're in Metro Detroit, they have 3 locations. I got this from the one in Sterling Heights. Honestly, really great people in there too. Guys, very knowledgeable. I went in there, I know enough about detailing, but kind of just asked me a little about the product line. Very friendly, very knowledgeable. It's about $2 cheaper than Amazon to go in there if you're local. So I'd recommend that. First time in there, I think I got 10 or 20% off. You sign up for the reward program. So yeah, I mean, really give 3D a shot. I'm a believer. I like them. Experimenting with more chemicals nowadays. And again, I'm not paid by anybody like I told you. Just giving you the raw result here. But for a 11-year-old GM running board, I think it's really brought it back to life. So again, if you followed along, like, follow. Goal of the channel, really, we're rebuilding all the cars I wanted when I was younger. I couldn't have them back then. 2014, I was 22. 22 really isn't going to buy you, though, a $90,000 Escalade, but just trying to find stuff, keep myself busy, keep myself sane, for anybody out there. Yeah. So, again, give us a like, give us a follow. I'm going to try to keep bringing a couple more project cars here. I'm going to try to sell this one before winter, but once winter's done, and the wife, as long as she hasn't divorced me by then, we'll probably be back with some more projects. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to watch an average Joe rebuild in their garage. So, give me a like, give me a follow, leave some comments. I try to answer everybody. And yeah, until next time.